Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is the place to be if you want to build a handmade or creative business online, but you want to do it in a chill way. You don't want to be like bowing down to the Etsy gods and having to watch a video every weekend all about the new changes that has happened on Etsy. So hi, I am Steph and I specialize in teaching you how to build your Etsy business to 4, 5, 6-figure months on Etsy, but also beyond as well. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about how to stand out on Etsy. Now, a little disclaimer, we're going to be talking more about building a community. We're going to be talking a lot about Facebook groups. Now, Facebook groups have been something that I have always done for every single one of my businesses. Now, I have created, scaled, grown 8+ Facebook groups over my time online. And honestly, to be honest, I didn't even really think about it. It was always my automatic go-to. And it wasn't until I did a live, and if you want to watch that, that will be on my channel. It's all about Facebook groups. When I realized that actually you guys are genuinely interested in standing out from the masses by creating a community, by creating a Facebook group. So I'm actually going to be talking a little bit more about that today. And I'm going to be talking more about like how you can use a group to stand out. Okay. And if that sounds good, give this video a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Have you seen that live? Are you going to go and watch it now? Because really, funnily enough, literally, it was something that I didn't really think about. And when I sat and thought about it, actually, Facebook groups have been one of the biggest pinnacles of my success. But to be honest, I didn't really think about it, which is the most bizarre thing. I was so focused on social media and Instagram and Facebook pages and all this kind of stuff that I completely forgot that actually my Facebook group did drive a lot of my traffic and get me a lot of sales. I would hazard a guess that anyone watching can get a sale a day if they build a really engaged community via Facebook groups. So if that sounds good, let's get into it. So my first point is that this is how you can stand out from the masses. Now, I want to just talk a little bit about when you are looking at the bigger competitors out there and you are looking at their Instagram following, you're looking at how many people like their Facebook page, you're looking at how many sales they've gotten. Those competitors are playing a numbers game. Okay, and I'm going to be honest, it's a game that you cannot win without burning yourself out. Okay, and let me know if you relate to that. Like, you're constantly trying to catch up. You're like, well, they've got 10,000 people on Instagram, so when I get to 10,000 people, I'm going to be like them too. It's like a deep subconscious thought. And the bottom line is, no, you're probably not. Okay, and I'm going to be completely honest. You know, they have their own thing going on. They have a funnel in place. They have all this good stuff going on. Now, I'm not saying that means that you will not be successful, but what I'm saying is that if you're only comparing numbers, and at the end of the day, they are vanity metrics, and that's something that I really want to speak to. It's just a number that is literally like a scoring contest between business owners. It's not ideal. I really hate the numbers, but there we are. They are there. If that's your only way of building your business is saying, I need to get more people in my audience, more people, then you're playing a losing game. Like, really, honestly, you are. It is always going to be quality over quantity. And this is where Facebook groups come in. Okay. Now, Facebook groups are the easiest and best way to build a community, okay? And it is more high touch than just having someone on Instagram that may miss your post, they may see it, they're going to flip in and out, they might see your story, they might interact. More people are going to see your posts within your Facebook group. Okay, more people are going to build that trust with you. They're going to build that know, like, and trust factor. You are going to build your exclusivity. You are going to build your expertise. Basically, you're going to become more known within your Facebook group or within your community, wherever that is. Now, the reason why I recommend Facebook groups is because A, it's just so easy. B, it's always worked really well for me. And C, to be honest, there's not a lot of places, a lot of social media networks where you can build a community like that and you have all the features, like you can go live inside of there, you can allow what posts go in, what people join, have questions, and all that type of thing. So that is why I personally love Facebook groups, and it's free to set up. Quite a lot of the community building things out there you have to pay for, and I've tried a few of them, and they're not, to be honest, they're not as good as Facebook groups. So I want you to think of your Facebook group as a party. It is your party. It's people who are coming in, and I want you to, I know that you might say, well, I've only got like 50 people in my group, I've got like 100 people, I've got 5 people, but I don't want you to think of that number as a scoring contest. Okay, I don't want you to be like, when I get to 1,000 members, 5,000 members, 10,000 members, I don't want you to see that, because here's why. It is all about the quality of people coming into your group rather than quantity. I have worked with people who have had groups of like 5,000 in there that get like no sales because they've just invited the masses in. They're not their target audience. They don't really care about what they sell. But I have seen people with 100 people in their groups get sales every single day because they've taken the time to nurture their audience, and everyone in there is a freaking super fan. So literally every time they post something in that group, it sells out. Like, I think she told me that 25% of people in her group will buy. 25%, as 25 people will buy when she posts something in that group. That is insane. Whereas you have the group of like 5,000 people and maybe like 1% of the time someone will buy. So I really want you guys to just understand that it is all about the quality, not the quantity. And that is where it's a little bit of a mindset shift from normal social media networks versus building a community. Now, something that all of the social media network gurus, including Meta themselves, they have all said that over the next 5 years, it is going to be all about building community. They're going to be adding more tools for Facebook groups. They're going to be making it easier to create events. They're going to be making Facebook groups pretty well, or building a community pretty well, the future of social media. Because guess what social media has become? It's become this scroll hole full of ads, full of people trying to get something from you, full of people trying to get a reaction out of you. And to be honest, we have now switched off. Like, let's be honest, when's the last time you saw an ad on Facebook and you were like, yeah, you know what, I'm going to go buy that thing? It doesn't work very often. Now, this is a change that's happened over the last couple of years, especially during COVID. Like, we were all at home, we were all on our phones, and people were like, you know what? This isn't really adding anything to my life. Like, this feed or Instagram profile or whatever isn't adding anything to my life. And I just, I'm not really living for it. So that is why they have now come out and said, well, you know what? Building a community is going to be the future of social media. And I want you to bookmark this video and come back in 2, 3, 4 years time and watch this again. And I bet your bottom dollar that you will see that there will be more love for communities on social media in general.
Bosses, we've been having some really great conversations in today's video. However, I'm here to tell you about this. This is called your conversion rate, and I've actually made for you in the description box below a free 90-minute conversion rate masterclass. So I'm just going to quickly explain to you in 1 minute why this is important. Okay. So this is your Etsy shop and these are your customers. So let's say that you get 100 customers into your store and you have a 1% conversion rate. That means you get 1 sale, and roughly that's going to be about $30 to £30. But what happens when we increase that conversion rate to 2%, 3% and above? This suddenly doubles, triples, quadruples without you having to change anything. Now, getting customers into your store costs time, effort, and money. But what if you didn't have to change this, you didn't have to change your shop, all you had to change was this conversion rate? That is what I'm going to be teaching you in today's masterclass. So whether you're a newbie or a seasoned Etsy shop owner, get yourself down below and register for that masterclass so you can increase this number back to the video.
So this party, your community, especially when we're talking about Facebook, it does get shown more in feed because you are more likely to interact with that group. You're more likely to interact with those posts because you have signed up for it, because you're like, I am in this group, I am in this community, I'm on board with what this person is doing. So 9 times out of 10, you're going to interact, even if you're just going to do like a quick like on a post, or you're going to put a quick comment or whatever it is. So again, that does really speak to Facebook's algorithm. It strokes it, you know. So they're going to show you posts from those groups more higher in the feed, okay? And that works for your customers as well, okay? One of our biggest psychological subconscious fears is a fear of not belonging, okay? And we're talking all about psychological marketing things now, but it's a fear of belonging. That's one of our 3 basic fears, subconscious fears. So the fact that you are creating a community, you're creating a Facebook group, you're basically creating a club that you're inviting them into, it really strokes that part of their brain. They feel like they belong somewhere. And especially if you do a good enough job at branding your community, and we're going to be talking more about that. I would say there is a free training coming up for you guys as of recording this. There's a free training coming up. If you join the Facebook group, I will be announcing that in there whenever it's going to come out. If you're watching this like a year down the line, then it will probably be gone, but still join the Facebook group, because again, like, it's a group where we're building a community vibe. So you can get all of the good stuff, all of the good little like behind the scenes look if you join that group. But if you do a good enough job at branding and getting the right people in there, they're never going to leave because they feel inclusive. Do you know how hard that is to come across online? Do you know how hard that is to genuinely feel like you're part of a group where people care about you? Like, it is insane how effective that can be, especially when it comes to marketing. And it's not in a gross way either, because guess what? You're filling this group with people who love what you do, who are your perfect target audience, and all you're doing is being the matchmaker and saying, I know you love this because you're in my group all about this. Here's this product that actually I know you're going to love. It saves them time having to go to look for it. So really, you're doing them a service. It's not in a gross way at all. So I know a lot of you might be saying, Steph, like, I don't know what topic my Facebook group should be. What should I call it? What should it be about? And I would say that the very first thing I'm going to say about that, is it needs to be a topic that your target market is interested in, but that also heavily relates to what it is that you sell. Now, I'm not saying if you sell prints, be like a print like group, because that's too close. You need to do like a couple of degrees out from that. It needs to be a couple of rings away from that, okay? So I'm going to be doing a training, and I'm going to be talking more about that. So again, like, do join the Facebook group because it will be happening inside of there. Depending on when this video is going out, it will be like the week after this. So again, like, I'm not very good at planning, but I'm going to be doing a training and it's going to be happening within that Facebook group, okay? So I wanted to talk about one of my one-to-one clients, and she has actually started a Facebook group. It was something that I said, come on, like, let's do this, because she was kind of stuck between having an email list, a Facebook group. And here's the thing, is that your Facebook group, I feel more like attached to my Facebook group because I know the people in there. It's a high touch version of my email list, okay? And I truly, truly mean that. It is more of a high touch version, okay? So what she has done is that she does candles with crystals, and she's very, like, she blends her own scents. Like, it's a very, very, very high quality, kind of like an affirmation ritual candles and things that she does. She's amazing. She does the most amazing things. And she did a group talking about crystals, crystal healing, and aromatherapy. And you would not believe the amount of growth that her group has had. So now, guess what? It's full of people who love aromatherapy, who love crystals, and guess what? She combines aromatherapy and crystals into a candle. Like, how perfect is that? And that's the kind of group that I want you guys to have. Okay, so again, if you're interested in this and you're saying, yes, you know what, Steph, it all makes sense, please, please, please do join the Facebook group, because a week from when this video goes out, I am going to be doing a free training within there. And again, the link for that is in the description box below. But for now, guys, I cannot wait to see you over in my own Facebook group, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye, everyone.